Hello Mario Kart fans, and welcome back to a brand new Mario Kart 8 Deluxe discussion video here on the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing all of the Wave 1 Booster Course Pass DLC tracks. I'll be doing every single wave like this, just with each individual review, and then towards the end when all the waves are out, I'll be combining them all together into a huge mega video. First one we've got is for Wave 1. And we've got some pretty insane good tracks included with the first wave so far. Part of the wave is kind of a little bit on the side, but we still gotta discuss about it no matter what, even though I really despise one of the tracks in this DLC pack. Before we do get started though, with how we're going to be ranking these tracks, is that I will be discussing about each individual ranking, kind of Nathaniel Bandy styled kind of rankings where I just go through like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, etc. We'll be doing that along with a tier list on where I'd be ranking these tracks on an actual tier list as well. And we'll be going back to that tier list every single time we do a review to one of these waves. Without any further ado now, let's begin with the first track. Coming right at number 8 is 3DS Toad Circuit, and yeah, I don't think this comes to a big shock to any of y'all. Even before this Booster Course Pass released this track, I'm just like, I really don't care for Toad Circuit at all whatsoever. It's probably one of my least favorite Mario Kart tracks of all time. Feels really nostalgic to me, but even besides the disgusting mess it was in Booster Course Pass, I just really don't care for the track very much, and the way of how they imported it was just with Tour's graphics, Mario Kart Tour's graphics, and it did not come out very well because the grass textures, as you know, in the Booster Course Pass is pretty kind of not great to say the least. So that's why Toad Circuit is at number 8. At number 7, we've got Tokyo Blur from Mario Kart Tour. I have nothing against this track because after this point, after Toad Circuit, I actually love every single one of these tracks that have came to the Booster Course Pass. So with Tokyo Blur, it is one of the very oldest Mario Kart Tour tracks to ever arrive, and now it is included in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, which is really awesome because this track never shows up very much inside of Tour. If you don't understand how Tour works, they have different kinds of tours with separated tracks, and they really limit the city tracks and the new Nitro tracks. So it's a great way to play these kinds of new tracks onto the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game on the Switch. With what they did to make this one really special is that they kind of made it like the Tokyo Blur 4 variation from Tour, except they kind of expanded upon it a little bit to make it a little bit better. It's obviously sized up a little bit better than what it would be in Tour. Grass textures, once again, is not the greatest. The remix is awesome, though. It is just overall a really fun track. It's a really short track, but it's really, really fun. At number 6, we've got Choco Mountain from the N64. This one would usually probably be higher for me because it's one of my most favorite N64 tracks of all time. Except with the Booster Course Pass version, I felt like something was just missing off about it, and the music I really despise a lot with this track. I mean, it sounds great, don't get me wrong, the music sounds phenomenal. The fact is that it does not fit with Choco Mountain, in my opinion. It just sounds kind of too westernish. It sounds really awesome though, but it's just too westernish. Track looks amazing though. They actually ported it from like Tour's version of Choco Mountain, which is actually a really awesome version. They just kind of made it a little bit like, they spiced it up and made it a little bit better, and I'm actually shocked with what they did with it, but the graphics look pretty good. Track is overall just really fun to race on, and it still ends up staying true to the original. This might be a little bit of a shocker to everyone, but at number 5, we've got Paris Promenade. This track, honestly, I thought was probably going to be one of my least favorites inside of the Wave 1. After playing it for a little while now, it's actually probably one of the better ones that are in the DLC pack. I mean, I love Paris Promenade inside of Tour. It's just that it's kind of not my most favorite city track, kind of just a little bit bland. I really like the look of it, but in 8 Deluxe, they made it so good. I don't even know what they did, but the Tour graphics don't really exist as much in this track. It's like really heavily looks so good, and I can't even explain how good it looks. And the music is pretty staying true to the original, but it has a little bit of a remix inside of it, and it sounds really good. What they did with this track is actually a little bit similar to Tokyo Blur. They kind of combined a bunch of different variations together, but instead of it being each lap being a different variation, they kind of made it so the finale lap is taking a different route. And it's really, really awesome because it leads off to a great finish. And they have not done this to it. There's this one section where there's a bunch of characters that go by towards you if they haven't gone fast enough, or if you've gone too fast ahead of them. It kind of reminds me of like the GCN days with GCN Luigi Circuit, and how the characters used to go by you and everything, if you know what I mean. So it's really awesome seeing that, and I think this is actually probably the first track that's ever done that since the GCN days, so that is really awesome for them to do this. At number 4, we've got GBA Sky Garden. This track is so stinking good. The music made me almost cry because this track is so awesome. It also did come to Tour at the same time, which was a really interesting choice for them to do this. It kind of makes Tour's version a little bit less great in my opinion. I don't really like it as much now, but Mario Kart Deluxe's version is definitely way better. The music is 100 times better. I love Tour's remix, but Mario Kart Deluxe really hit it with me with that little guitar solo. That killed me. That literally is so stinking good. And the track itself, there's more variety on it, which is really weird because there's like paratroopers flying around. In Tour's version, there's no paratroopers flying around, and honestly it's just really more fun to play in 8 Deluxe's version. The graphics are more heavily worked on too, so they look a little bit better, and it makes the track way more fun. At number 3, we've got the classic Wii track, Coconut Mall. This one would actually probably be either the top or the second, but the fact that this track doesn't really, I guess, stand out with the graphics as much. This one's kind of a little bit on the side once again. This one's kind of a mix, but that's what to be expected with the Booster Course Pass. Overall, this track still brings it back to the original, but another thing besides the graphics making this kind of a little bit less down towards the top is the fact that they removed the escalators. I'm not really too much of a whine butt over this. What I am whining over is the fact that they actually removed the Miis at the end of this track. That really bothered me. I missed them, and apparently there was a data mine during this track. They were supposed to be actual Miis driving back and forth, and the fact that they got rid of that and decided to scrap it makes me a little bit disappointed. But overall, still a good track, stays true to the original. Remix sounds really great and sounds exactly like the original. Next up, at number 2, we've got DS Shroom Ridge. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to be feeling so nostalgic over this, and the fact that this remix is so good. The music is what really stands out with this Booster Course Pass. If you don't think you like the Booster Course Pass, the music, you gotta say at least, is the greatest. It sounds so good. The track stays really true to the original, and I really love how this one actually specifically stayed to the original. The only thing that's really changed about it is that there's a little jump section. It's really cool because it's actually a pretty big shortcut, and it actually helps you a lot with, like, you know, scoring records and world records and everything. And there's also this little section where they added a little glider section, so I thought that was pretty cool too. This track's really hard on 200cc, and I think that's really good, and I really love how the track is really hard because so many cars, and it makes it a lot more fun and a lot more challenging. And yeah, I didn't think I was going to feel so nostalgic over it, but even without nostalgia, this track is so great, and I'm glad this got included with the DLC. Are you even really surprised I put this at number 1? At number 1, we've got Ninja Hideaway from Mario Kart Tour. I have always loved ninja, samurai kinds of stuff, Japanese looking stuff for a very long time, and the fact that Ninja Hideaway made me so excited. The music is definitely the best from Tour, and expanded upon in 8 Deluxe makes it even greater. The track looks really good. It looks like it was originally meant to be a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe track. I personally think sometimes. I always thought it even when Tour's days, even before the DLC was announced. Besides that, the track is so greatly balanced. Well, you know, it's greatly balanced as it's greatly made, and it fits well with 8's physics. Sometimes it's a little bit shaky, but I think that's what makes it more fun in my opinion. And this track just overall is just so stinking fun. You play on 150cc or 200cc, bam, you're gonna have a great time. Such a great track. I have like no words. This track is so good, and you all know how great it is if you played the Booster Course Pass. Everyone's gonna always say this is number 1 because Ninja Hideaway deserves a lot of love for the effort that was being put into it, especially the little ninja shy guys. Oh my gosh, those things are so great for enemies. And yeah, that's the end of this ranking video. Hope you all did enjoy. Here is my little bit of a tier list We'll be expanding upon this more later on when more waves come out, when we do more review videos like this. So if you all did enjoy, and if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. We are almost there to 2,000 subscribers. Like the video if you did enjoy, share it around on social media and stuff, and let people check out this video too, because I'm hoping this video helps you figure out if you want to buy the booster course pass or not. And there's still more waves to come. The next one's probably going to be announced within the next month or two, I'm betting. I hope you all did enjoy, and more Mario Kart Deluxe videos are coming out very, very soon. See you all in the next one. Peace out. Stay safe out there. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.